In today's episode, we head to the Isle of Skye.
Is that beautiful, man, or is that beautiful?
It boasts some of the most epic sceneries in the world with dramatic landscapes and Jurassic Park-esque vibes. We cannot wait to road trip this place with you. But first, a pit stop to one of the UK's most dangerous roads, Balloch-na-Bar. Some made it here easier than others. And if you missed last week's episode, hit the card above to give it a watch, where we ditched van life for a night in exchange for this. I'd say that's alright. Welcome to our abode. Hi guys, we are Nick, Sam and Lord Onyx, and this van right here is our home. We've been living and travelling on the open road since 2018, and what a journey it has been. Subscribe and turn on those notifications for van life adventures every week. Welcome back guys. Today we are kicking off on the west coast, just outside of Applecross at Balloch-na-Bar.
And this is a single track road with the steepest incline in the whole of the UK. It is not for the faint-hearted. If you're a timid driver, I'd probably give it a pass. Yeah.
First stop, Balloch-na-Bar, aka Pass of the Cattle, situated on the Applecross Peninsula in Westeros. This twisting mountain pass boasts one of the most scenic drives in the world. I haven't been everywhere yet, but I was blown away. There were hundreds of deer living their best lives in the winding river below. This pass is a single track road full of hairpin turns and dubbed the Holy Grail of British climbs due to the length and gradient, which also makes it one of the most dangerous roads to drive. Would you dare to drive it? We have made it to the Balloch-na-Bar viewpoint, and some made it here easier than others.
Definitely, I got to enjoy a nice chill drive up, kicking it into first round the bends, but you had dramas with the drone.
Yeah, the drone lost signal, so I had to jump out the van, and then I found myself running up the Balloch-na-Bar to keep up with the drone. And as I was running up, it started to snow. I don't know if you can see that, but it is snowing up here, so the views aren't that clear.
Yeah.
But we've got to the point where we wanted to do, and then we're going to head on to the Isle of Skye. Those mountains in the background is Skye. I have been waiting for years to come to Skye. I came to Scotland in my first van, I think about 3 years ago, and we turned back at Fort William due to some issues, so I missed out on Skye, so yeah, I'm really, really excited to cross that bridge and check out Skye.
Is that beautiful, man, or is that beautiful? It's like Jurassic Park. Morning guys, and welcome back to another episode in the dramatic life of living in a van. We wake up this morning to the sound of our heater shutting off, which means our LPG gas is now
Run out!
Zilch. So we ended up driving to Portree because I searched LPG
on Google Maps,
which was a big mistake because they don't have any LPG.
Yeah, I thought you checked on the LPG app, but obviously not. So we drove out there 15 minutes, found out there's no LPG, checked the app, then had to come all the way back to Broadford, which was a 40-minute drive, stuck the hose in, it got stuck, and then we asked for help, obviously, and they just said, oh, this happens when like the gas runs out, so come back at 10:30 when someone else is on shift and they might be able to help you. So right now we're in a predicament, no gas, which means we can't cook or we can't warm the van.
We've just went and treated ourselves to breakfast because we have no gas.
Yeah, so we can't cook.
Yeah, so now we've actually finished it, we're going to head back down to the co-op garage and check if there's any update on the LPG gas.
And whilst we were having breakfast, we were discussing what the plans could be if they don't have gas, because otherwise we'd have to drive 2 hours either to Ullapool or to Fort William, which is just a bit silly, especially with how high diesel prices are right now. So it makes sense that we just did 2 days in Skye and just bought our food out from like co-ops and things like that, which isn't the best.
This is a good sign, actually. Somebody's used it. We have gas, so we don't have to drive 2 hours. Because it went so well, I thought I'd treat us to an iron brew.
A bigger bottle.
It's like a sparkling wine, isn't it, for us now?
What a relief. I am so glad we didn't have to drive 2 hours for gas.
Same.
And we wanted to actually spend like a week on Isle of Skye, not 2 days, but we were trying to budget what we could afford in terms of food, which sped up our time here. So I'm also glad we don't have to live off supermarket food and things like that for the next 2 days.
I was quite looking forward to eating out every day, actually,
yeah.
on your expense.
Next stop, the Old Man of Storr, one of the most photographed landmarks in the Isle of Skye, so of course we had to get our very own. It is a large pinnacle of rock that supposedly looks like an old man's face. Do you see it? However, other legends say it's a giant's thumb sticking straight out of the earth.
We have just completed our pilgrimage to the Old Man of Storr. It was an amazing climb. It's, I would say, quite an easy hike up. Yeah, it's quite easy.
Maybe for you. I'd say it was really steep. Maybe easy.
Some bits.
I just had to take it at a much slower pace than you.
It is relatively easy. It takes about an hour and 15 to do a round trip, so
Yeah.
it's definitely worth it.
And the parking is £3 for 3 hours. You can pay for more if you want, but 3 hours was perfectly fine for us.
Definitely.
And that's us, you know, filming, doing photography. We were crystal hunting as well, and we got back on the dot. And then also for van lifers out there, there is a waste disposal point. Water, I believe, although we didn't see it, and toilets and things like that. So it's a really good place to just stop off along the way in Skye, and absolutely worth the visit. Anyway, guys, it is blowing a hoolie out here. It's been horrible weather all day. So we're gonna hibernate for the rest of the evening. We're just emerging from the van and it's 2:30. We have parked up anyway at, like, on a lay-by, but it's a single track dead end road. So it's really nice here with the beach. Tide's gone in, out, and there is a dinosaur footprint here, so we're going to head down and check that out. It is a really quick stop before we move more north. Look, the sand's all black. Where is it? That way. Oh my god, I can see it, I can see it. Look guys, here's the dinosaur foot. Never did I think these slippers would go inside a dinosaur's foot. What dinosaur do you think left that footprint is the big question.
It's got to be Ducky from the Land 14.
Oh, that would be so cute. You found another? You got a good eye.
It's like a prehistoric van footprint, isn't it?
That's
like
not
perfect.
a dinosaur foot.
This is perfect.
Do you think they had vans back then?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So we just got talking to some locals. They're all so friendly, giving us loads of recommendations. And Sam's now turned into a tour guide, showing everyone where the dinosaur footprints are. He gets so excited over things. So now he's over there showing like 3 different families where it is. Are they happy with it?
Yeah, I'm doing tours now apparently.
Yeah, I literally just said that. You can get onto Airbnb and charge 50 quid to take people on dinosaur footprint tours.
We've had an absolutely awesome time checking out all the dinosaur footprints here. We found 3 of 17, but you do have to keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good going because they're really hard to spot.
Yeah,
but
they are.
We spent more than enough time here. It's much funner than you actually think once you really get involved. But it's time to head to the next stop.
I said the Isle of Skye was like Jurassic Park, and we've only gone and found dinosaur footprints. You're on time, mate.
Don't they move, don't they? He don't give a crap.
Oh my god, he actually isn't moving.
There we go. Thank you. We are now at the next destination, and this place is one of the ones I was most excited to see. So I've got my fingers crossed that it lives up to its expectations. The trail to the Fairy Glen winds around small grassy hills with ponds nestled amongst them. This place felt like something straight out of a Disney. The entire place was enchanting, so of course there is lots of Scottish folklore surrounding it. They say the Fairy Glen is a bridge between our world and the world of the fairies. How to activate it, I have no idea. Maybe walk the spiral or head up to the basalt ridge known as Castle Ewan and ask them for entry to the realm. We tried it all. Are we here? I don't even know. Thoughts?
It's definitely magical. It's a wicked place to get some photos, definitely. I didn't expect it to be much when looking on Google, but yeah, it's definitely worth it.
I absolutely loved it. I was just really glad that we got sun. We did come on a Saturday, so tip guys, don't come on a Saturday because there were quite a few people, so we had to wait a little bit to get some shots and things like that. Today it has non-stop rained. It's about 2 o'clock now.
Yep.
So we don't really know what to do. We've checked the weather forecast and it's 100% chance of rain all week. we don't want to miss out on anything in Skye, but we also don't really want to go see things when it's sodding wet.
There's no point, and it's going to be, we've got a very tight schedule that we need to get around the rest of Scotland. We've got quite a lot of points to see as well.
We've got 10 days left, which is the day we pick up Onyx. So I'm really excited for that, but obviously a little gutted that we're going to have to speed through the last bit of our trip. And obviously as videographers and photographers, we want it not to rain because then we can't send the drone out or take photos. Like, I don't want my camera out in the rain. So it just makes the travelling a little difficult. So we need to decide what to do. This is when I wish the video was like live so you guys can chirp in and help us. So I think we've just made a plan. I do this near the end of every trip where I write down all of the dates and then I list all of the absolute must visit places and then jot them in, and then hopefully it all fits, and it does all fit. So the 10 days we should be able to see everything we want to see, but not like take it at a slower pace that we did on the East Coast. A bit of a regret, but it is what it is and we can always come back. So let's crack on with the adventure. We're driving to Nice Point with the hopes that the rain stops, and then I put a poll up on Instagram asking people whether we should just get our wet gear on or go find somewhere more dry. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hating you at the moment, guys, because you're voting for get our wet gear on. I really hate going out in the rain. Okay guys, we're going in. Now we're outside. It's not actually that bad. Nice Point is the most westerly point on the Isle of Skye and home to Nice Point Lighthouse that has been standing strong since 1909. This location is well known for its rock formations, which are a close resemblance to those of the Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland. Apparently, the causeway extends under the sea from Northern Ireland all the way to the Isle of Skye. We did it, guys!
We made it, but it's very busy here considering it's Monday morning. The weather's terrible.
Yeah, and we're actually piping hot now because it's such a hill climb on the way back, so which is good because obviously it's freezing cold and raining and all I want to do is just take my jacket off. So yeah, we're heading back to the van and then we're going to go to the next stop.
Oh my god, it's actually, look, you can see it's coming through.
Yeah, we need to sort you out a waterproof coat.
Oh.
We just drove past the oldest bakery in Skye, so we had to stop, of course. We've gone and grabbed ourselves some cheese and onion pies and carrot cake.
We were looking for a macaroni and cheese pie because I think you got tipped off by somebody on Instagram.
Yeah, thank you.
We've never heard of this one before.
Apparently in Fife, she said that they have a macaroni cheese pie in a roll.
That sounds actually quite disgusting but nice.
They said they didn't have any in stock today, so we're going to keep looking out for that.
Look who it is.
Emma and Campbell from Highlands to Hammocks. We spent the night chatting away, so we forgot to film anything. So in the morning, we grabbed a few quick clips to commemorate our time together. So guys, we're gonna call that a wrap on today's vlog in the Isle of Skye. We have had an epic time, but a little bit gutted that we didn't get to do everything we had pinned, but we thought it was best to leave the rest of it until we return because of the weather. And I know you're gonna say in Scotland it always rains, but yesterday it turned to torrential rain and very strong winds. So we just thought it was better to leave it.
Yeah, of course, and it's never too good exploring in the rain, constantly having the van wet. But a top tip, guys, if you're planning a trip to the Isle of Skye, make sure if you have LPG gas to grab it at the co-op before you go around the island, or
don't
you're
do
gonna have a bad time. And remember, guys, to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on those notifications.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you next week. Ciao!